Hello, you are welcome. This is Exwaredigitals, bringing your way some Microsoft Excel tutorials. Today we'll be looking at some lookup functions, index, the match, and then index match. Okay, so we have a list of scores obtained by various students, and you want to tell the system or Excel to look through the range of the scores, okay, per the positional designations of the students. And like I always say, if your data is very large, then you'll find this particular formulas, lookup functions, especially very useful. So these are the names of the students. I want to tell Excel look through the table and per the positions of the names of the students, pull out their corresponding scores. So let me illustrate it so that it will make sense. Okay, so we are saying that equal to, as usual, you always enter equal to before your functions or formulas, and then you select a range. Okay, then you say, and usually when you are entering, you realize that Excel gives you the criteria for the function you are working on. So we have selected the range. Now it says look for, enter the row number. Okay, and Excel automatically designates positional numbers to names, okay, or rows or columns. So automatically, since our range is here, student 1 is row 1, student 2 is row 2, so on and so forth. Likewise, since this is our range, math is column 1, science is column 2, so on and so forth. Okay, so we just want to select, say, row 1, okay, and then column 2, okay, and we can close the bracket. So what we want is the score obtained, because we are saying column 2, we are looking at science. So look through the values under science and give me the scores obtained by student 1. That is what it means, and it's 87, right? Yes, and we can alter it. What if it's not science that I want to look at? I want to look into maths. Great, I enter maths here, and then I have what, 76. Mind you, I've connected certain formulas. We learned earlier about nested ifs. Okay, so I just use that for this value here. Okay, nested ifs. So you can just reference previous lessons on logical functions to get that. Great. Okay, and what if I want to enter English? Yes, I have 99. It's as simple as that. That is the usefulness of index lookup function. Okay, great. Now we want to look at match. Match is equally very easy. What we want to do is we want to tell Excel to look, consider a particular subject, say mathematics. What is the maximum score in mathematics? Is 100. Okay, mind you, we've learned how to use max function. Use equal to max, and then you select the range. You are asking Excel to give you the maximum number in that particular range. Okay, and that is how we have all of these there. So index match, we are saying that, match, we are saying that Excel should consider the maximum value. So I have what, match, so consider the lookup value or the maximum value, and then look through the scores in a particular column like mathematics, and pull the name of the student or the position of the name of the student according to row. Okay, just let me know the person who had it, the maximum number, because we already know the maximum number. But if the data is large, you would want to know the position of the one who had the highest number or the maximum number. And then Excel says 4, and like I said, our positional value for 4 will be 1, 2, 3. For new student 4, which could be any other name like Kofi, Amma, Albert, Bridget, Nanaya. That is the positional value. That's what we are having for here. Okay. Likewise, you can say what match the maximum number. Okay, look through the scores, the one that matches this, and tell me the positional value per row. Yes, so we are looking through the range, and then now it's also 4. Yes, 89 is great, great, great. And let me change this. All of them are looking like they are 4, but let me just so that we will have some sort of variety. Okay, so I'll make this 94. Okay, so when I make this 94 and I say, oh, let's look for equal to match. Okay, sorry, our maximum number is what, F9. You are saying look through the columns under English and then tell me which student obtained the highest score. And then if I'm to have, I think, let me put 91. Yes, so we have what, 94. Okay, so 93. So student 4 obtained 93. So that is it. That is it. Okay, so we are saying that there is the formula equal to match. F9 is the maximum number. Now look through the scores obtained and give me the student who obtained the highest or the maximum number. So that is it for match. Okay, and then finally we want to look at the index match. Now as usual, imagine that you are working with a very large data set. Okay, so you have a list of subjects and then student names and their scores. So imagine this data set is very huge, so maybe it's even on a different sheet. Okay, and mind you, the names of the students are not arranged chronologically. So you realize that we have student 5, then we go to student 3, then student 2, student 4, student 1. And imagine that this is very huge, maybe on a different sheet somewhere. And then you have this one on a very sheet you want to work on. Okay, so you have all the marks for math, science, and English, but you don't have all the scores for music. Okay, but the scores for music are in this particular data set, which is in another sheet, a very large. Okay, so you want to come and put in the scores obtained, which are in this set, in here, above here. Okay, but unfortunately you can't do a copy and paste. Just like I said, the names are not arranged chronologically, they are not the same. So when you copy and paste, you'll be giving somebody's scores to another person. So then what is the best option? The best option is to use what we call an index match. Okay, and this is how we go about it. So you type your equal to and then you enter index, and then you select from the sheet where you want to pick up your values from. Okay, you select the entire range of the values there, and you now bring in the match. Okay, and we want to start by picking up the scores of student 1. Okay, so you put up the score of student 1, then you put in your comma, and then you select the names of the students. Okay, that corresponds. So you are looking for where you can see student 1, okay, in the other sheet. So you select that particular column, the range, and then you put in comma. And obviously I've taught you about this, the exact match. We want the exact match to the name of the student. We don't want mix up anywhere, otherwise it could influence our results. Then we can close the bracket, and finally we will say that we want to say output the scores. We want to output the scores of the student. Okay, and it occupies column 1. Okay, like I told you, when you select a range, Excel automatically designates the left side as column 1, and then the subsequent ones column 2, so on and so forth. Okay, then you close your bracket. So we are saying that Excel should look into that sheet that contains the scores for music, okay, and that is the range. That's why we have D14 to E18. Now you are saying match it. Excel should match it to starting with the first student's name, okay, and that is the row. And then after that, Excel should also consider that name in the range of the names of students in the other list. And then Excel should look out for an exact match of the name so that they are not mixed up. People can have names that are looking closely alike. Somebody will be called Ajay, but Ajay, some will have a D in the Ajay, some will not have the D in the Ajay and all that. So we want an exact match. And then finally, we are saying that what it should put under the music are the values from the first, from the column. Yes, the first column. That's what we have as scores of the particular data we are referencing. And we touch on enter. All things being equal, it should work out. Yes, yes. So that is it for index match. If you have any concerns, just send it to exwaredigitals@gmail.com. You can share my YouTube link, and then you can you can invite others, subscribe. Okay, it is exwaredigitals. And if you have any concerns, just put it there. I'm going to address them. I'm going to be releasing a series of assignments as well, so that it will help you practice and practice more. Remember, we learn by unlearning to relearn. Have a fruitful day.